What's up, guys? It's your boy MP.
Your boy JC.
And today, it's an interview. We have a special guest by the name of Dan. He cuts hair. You know, he went from working 2 jobs to quitting one of those 2 jobs because he started a side hustle, grew that side hustle to replace one of his jobs. Without further ado, Dan.
Hey, man, I appreciate it. Just want to thank you guys for having me on. Basically, my name's Dan. I'm a barber by trade. I work a full-time job. Grew up right here in Wilmington, Carson area. Basically, kind of in the area of everybody. That's
what's up, bro. So, talk to us, bro. What position were you on? Or what made you start, wanting to cut hair? What gave you the idea? Talk to us.
Yeah, man, it all started when, kind of funny, my daughter, I found out my girlfriend was pregnant at the time. It was just me working full time. She was kind of struggling a little bit, so I kind of took her in, and I went from there. I got a second job, working at AutoZone, and it wasn't cutting it. We had expenses, rent, food, everything, just like everybody else. I didn't want her to work because she was pregnant. Obviously, trying to take care of your woman.
Of course. Any real man is going to take care of the woman and the kids. Just put that out there.
Yeah, so, I got the second job. I worked that. And then eventually I was like, you know what? I always wanted to be a barber. And then that's when it came along.
Wow. Wait, so your motivation then you say was your you knowing that you're going to have kids? And
yeah, bro.
That was your spark?
Yep, exactly.
What sparked that, bro, was a sense of desperation. You're over there, you're like hunting, right? You want to eat, so you're hungry. What does the lion do when it's hungry? It eats, right?
Exactly.
So you felt that, you find that way, bro. You had that sense of, this urgency,
exactly.
Right? Okay, so when you started wanting to learn, though, did you go directly to YouTube? What'd you do? What were some of the steps?
Yeah, exactly. YouTube, man. I first got my clippers. What I did was when I did my taxes one year, I had a little extra money. I was like, hey, perfect timing. I went Sally's, I believe, and man.
Yeah. Cashed out?
Yeah, dude, I cashed out, but they came up on me. They're a little expensive right there, bro. They're a little expensive. The more you get into barbering, bro, the more you find different places and different shops that sell products.
Okay.
And you can find really good deals. So, they have clearance and everything like that. So now that I do know that, I don't really go back to Sally's or anything, That's kind of commercial,
That's
big accounts.
A detailer going to chemical guys.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? But yeah, so it started from there, and I told my girl at the time, I was like, you know what, we need to make more money. So we went from there, and I was working at AutoZone. I would get off at 10 o'clock. Dude, sometimes I would...
At night?
Yeah. So I would come home and I would start cutting, and I'd cut till 12 o'clock sometimes.
Yeah, I remember that.
Go back to work at 7 in the morning. You know what I mean?
Okay. Bro was on grind mode, bro.
Yeah. So you'd be getting appointments at work, you're at working at AutoZone, and they're like, "Yo, hit me up after. I'm about to cut you after this."
Yeah,
like that.
And then, so back to the story about where I was learning from. One of a couple of my boys, they own barbershops, and I kind of seen that as something fun to do. Yeah. I was interested. Intrigued, and I was like, hey man, maybe I could do that. It always felt like something I wanted to do and wanted to get into. So then I was like, I took my shot and bought my blades, like I said. That same night, I actually did a haircut. Worst haircut in the world, bro. It's funny. I still have a picture of it.
Who was it?
My brother.
We're gonna need that picture.
My brother Nick.
Oh God,
he's actually in the middle of us.
Okay.
So
shout out Nick, bro.
Yep,
that's how it always starts with every business, family and friends.
Straight up,
bro. But your brothers are real for that, bro. You know how many brothers would say, "Nah, bro, you're gonna fuck me up."
Oh yeah,
dude.
You know what? He's like,
ooh.
Hey man, as long as I can wear a hat, I'm good. So that's all I need to know. I was like,
good, so you give him a high fade?
Nah, actually a taper, bro.
Oh God,
a taper, man. And he says it didn't look that bad, but I look at pictures now and look at it and look at that haircut, and I'm just like, wow.
You're like, where's
I've
the
come a
fade?
long way.
My boy be roasting, and he's like, damn, that's some boof shit.
We'll get that picture.
You got to be real, man. You got to be real, Yeah. So
So from there, like, what was your real first client? What was your first experience when you had your first, like, fucking guy that, like, you did not know or you barely knew, and he was like, I want you to
Put
come
that trust in you.
I would say probably like about a week later, bro, to be honest. Like the next day, I had my uncle's brother, which we're not related by blood. We're related by marriage.
Okay.
And so that night, after my brother's haircut, I went in my room and I straight on YouTube. And I watched YouTube probably like 2-3 straight hours before bed. And I was like, you know what, my next haircut's going to be super dope. And I took pictures, and dude, it's like night and day. Night and day from one day to the other. Just because I put in that focus, you know, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to dedicate a couple hours to trying to learn.
That's real. That's
So
real. And the
take
thing
note-
is that he knew, he said it, you know, he said it. That was a good example. But we have to replay that.
So-
He said that he knew his haircut was going to come out. Let me finish, bro. Goddamn. Never let nobody finish.
Bro.
Not even the guest, my boy.
So
Holy crap.
take note of that, guys. What happened there was he felt a sense of urgency. He had laser focus to learn. As soon as he learned, he felt confident. And then he applied that confidence to his second haircut, and like he said, night and day.
Definitely.
Remember, guys, when you guys do anything you want to do, you got to visualize, you got to commit, and you got to actually take action. And, you know, take note of this. Like I said, this is a guy that actually did it, right?
Definitely.
So, you know, after the first guy, right, and after you said night and day and you liked it, okay, when was it that when you started to actually start being like, okay, I need more clients, right?
Yeah.
When did you get to that point?
So this was probably like, man, when I first started, it was probably about 20, I want to say maybe 2015, 2016-ish. And from there, dude, it was like more like kind of like a little hobby, a side thing. I would basically really only cut my brothers. And it was probably like, what, once every month or two. From there, I was just like, I kind of like went away from it for a second. And then because I was focused more of like on my jobs, like trying not to get fired on my other one, you know what I mean? So, making sure I was on time in the morning at 7 in the morning for my first job, and you know, that's the most important one.
Yeah.
So from there, I would work my second one from about 5 to 10. So I'd get off at, from 7 to 3:30 was my first job. And then I'd come home, I'd see my kids for a second, I'd shower, get ready for my second job at 5:30, go in, come out at 10, and then start cleaning up.
So how many hours of sleep were you actually doing?
If I was lucky, 5. Maybe
Wow.
6.
At least.
So I'm guessing you were sponsored by Bang and shit like that.
Sure, dude. I was thinking probably about 1 or 2.
Came in
a day.
drinking a what? Monster?
Yeah.
So are you still on that same schedule now? Like, are you sleeping a lot more, or what's going on now?
Yeah, bro. Actually, started in 2020. I actually, I was still working both jobs, but I was working at a shop now. Well, part-time at a shop.
Yeah.
It was during COVID. COVID actually hit 2020 at the beginning, and that was the year, like, I want to say in the month of January, I started up my barber page. After that, it kind of like started blowing up a little bit, more friends, you know, started hitting me up like, hey, you know, what's up? Give me a haircut. All right, cool, whatever. But 2021, after about a year working at the barbershop, I quit my second job. From there, I was like, you know what? I need to focus on barbering. I was scared. That's the whole reason why it took me a whole year, you know, to quit AutoZone. I was so used to that income. I was like, I can't lose it.
You were so used to the Matrix.
Right, exactly. You know, you kind of like have to get out of your comfort zone at that point, you know, quitting the job and not knowing whether barbering was going to pick up that slack.
Yeah.
So when you made that jump, what told you, like, you know what, this is the time? It's now or never.
Dude, I don't know. It was a gut feeling. It was just, my gut just telling me like, dude, if you don't take a risk now, when? You know what I mean? So I was like, you know what? It's already been a year. I've been at the shop. It's been pretty decent. I'm making money, a lot more than I was making at home, where I started, you know. Yeah, from there, I was just like, you know what? I got to take the sleep. And if I fall, you know, just get back up and try it again.
Now, personal story. So I've been knowing Dan for about, I would say, what, 5, 6 years now?
Shoot. No, it's probably been like 8.
Oh, it's been 8, dude?
Oh, because we started 310 Mopars.
But it was that. I think that was.
I
met
you
even
before then.
He was VP, bro. Yeah.
It was probably a little bit before then. So it's probably been about 2015, 2016.
2016.
2016?
2016, that's when I got my Camaro.
So about 6 years then,
yeah. So about 6 years we've been knowing each other. I remember when he first started, I was actually like, he knows me. I always promote entrepreneurship. I'm always trying to push people to like take that step. And I remember back in the DMs, I used to always be trying to hype this guy up, man. I'm like, dude, go for it. Do it. Like I used to like really be trying to be motivating my boy to take that step. Right, take control of his income. Definitely. Because, like he said, he was comfortable on that paycheck, and he said, "You know what? Like, I'm actually making real money here, that it could supplement one of my jobs."
Right. Exactly.
You know, and not only that, but I'm guessing you're now doing something you actually like to do instead of telling people like what kind of oil they need. Right.
Right. Exactly. That's another reason why too, dude. I mean, you got to enjoy what you're doing. I mean, if you don't enjoy what you're doing, it's gonna feel like hell every day. You know?
Oh yeah.
So. Why not? You know, why not take that leap and give it a shot? I mean, life's about risk, right?
Oh, shit, bro.
Yeah. So, and a lot of people get scared to take that risk.
Oh, definitely. I mean, it is scary. You never know what's going to happen, you know what I mean?
Well, when you go from having guaranteed hours to not even knowing if you're going to make a damn dollar, like, you really...
Yeah.
You really become a hunter, bro. You become someone that you're going to go out there and you're going to go kill it. You're going to go get whatever you want. And you just become laser focused, like you said. Do you have any questions, Ira?
Not yet, bro. We're going to let him keep playing this here.
So keep going, bro. So you went from 2020 and COVID?
Yeah, so from there, from 2020.
Oh, well, you said you went to a shop, right?
2021. Yeah, so I went to the shop in June of 2020.
Okay, so when you took the step to go part-time, you just decided to go straight to a shop? Or
no, so actually, I was doing part-time the whole time I was doing both jobs. So Edelbrock, I was doing in the mornings. And then,
what are you doing at Edelbrock?
Working sales.
Okay.
So I'm a e-commerce sales rep. Basically, I work the backside of the website. Anybody that wants to purchase parts, they call in to my line. I answer questions if I can. If I can't, I send them up to tech, and they'll get their answers to their questions answered.
Is that commission-based?
It is.
Nice, bro.
Yeah, okay, so that's why I don't want to lose it.
We'll save that. We'll save that for another podcast, right? Because getting into sales and stuff. And my boy right here, he actually owns an e-commerce store and he does e-commerce.
Perfect.
So you guys might have to work in the future or something.
That was interesting.
Yeah. So learn some stuff.
So when you went to the shop, right? Did the shop call you, or were you looking for shops? How did that happen?
Yeah. So funny thing is when I used to cut in my backyard, a barber actually used to get his haircut by me. His name's Nacho. He's actually the owner of the shop that I first worked at. So this guy was coming to me, getting his haircut, and when COVID happened, a lot of barbershops shut down because of
safety, and the mask, and all that.
Exactly,
That was a struggle around that time.
Dude, a lot of barbershops, they shut down for good. You know what I mean? Like, it sucks.
A lot of home calls. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, dude. So, we decided to work through it. We weren't supposed to, but you know what? We got to make our money.
Yeah.
Nobody was going to pay us for that. You know what I mean? So he was seeing that I was cutting from my backyard, and at the time, we were actually going to be remodeling our backyard, redoing our pool and so forth. And he's all like, "Hey, dude, like if you want, come cut with me." It's just me. He had lost all his barbers because, like you said, they were doing house calls and working from home, not paying rent. So they were seeing more money in their pockets. Me, being the type of guy I am, I like to help people out. So I was like, you know what? Yeah, why would I let you lose your business over a little money? You know what I mean? Like, and then with that, I can grow, So I decided to go work with him, and it was just me and him, dude, for a cool minute. Then we started getting a few other barbers. And then that's when I ended up quitting AutoZone. I was like, you know what? I'm doing pretty good here. I'm getting pretty good clientele. If I could work a few more hours, I'm sure I could make double of what I was making at AutoZone plus what I'm making now, with just the barbering. And then from there, it kind of blew up. My guy over here was actually one of my first customers, boo. He had my back.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Always, bro.
And that's why you have his back right now.
Oh, always, brother.
Dude, let me put it this way, bro. He knows that never take it hard because I've then moved on from him, but only because one of my little homies that I grew up with started barbering. And he knows that I'm the type of guy to go and try to be the first ones and show love and tip and stuff like that. Actually, bro, I think was I your first house call?
You were.
Right?
You were.
Dude, I used to have this guy at 6 a.m. cutting my hair in my driveway.
Before his work
Oh,
day.
Before my work day.
Oh, so you would drive to the...
To right here.
To the person.
In Pedro.
Okay.
Yeah, right. At my parents' house, dude.
Yeah.
And he would pull up at 6 a.m., dude, cut me up before my work day, too. Then he would get his work day started. I get my work day started, and we'd make money. He made money in the morning, too.
It helped because, it would already get me up early, and then I get fit a little more haircuts in.
Yeah. True, you're already up.
Yeah.
Dude, he even has a slogan for his barbering.
What is it?
Say it, bro.
Making America great one haircut at a time.
That's a good one, bro.
Dude, I remember when I first told him, I was like, dude, you have to make some business cards. I was like, if you want to get yourself out there, just hand them out. You know, someone's going to call you.
Yeah,
Fuck.
definitely.
Did you ever give business cards at AutoZone? Because I know Mario, he gives out his business cards where he...
I used to, actually. If I didn't, I would give out my Instagram.
Okay.
Just because it was a little easier.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely got a couple
You would
customers.
just pull up with a fresh haircut.
Yeah,
That'd be that.
not just that, but I used to cut up all the AutoZone guys.
Oh,
so
okay.
they would all go to me. I'd cut their hair up, and they'd promote for me too. They'd be like, "Hey, man, this guy, he's the one that cut my hair."
Oh, yeah, dude. Actually, one of those AutoZone guys became a detail client for a while.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, your homie, you remember with the black Nissan?
Black Nissan. Which Nissan?
It was a youngster. He was like my age. Forgot his name.
Dude, there were so many.
He worked with you, though.
There.
He worked with you
I'm
because he
sure.
got his haircut with you.
I'm sure because I've called you a couple times when I was even working there.
Yeah. So, yeah, scratch his back. I scratch my back. That's how we do it out here, bro.